Hello, I'm Courtney. What's up and welcome to Book Talk. Today I am going to be discussing The Boy Most Likely To by Huntley Fitzpatrick. Now you may be wondering, Courtney, why did you just show a picture of it? Why didn't you hold up the book like you usually do? Well, you see, I checked this book out from my school library and I read it, and then this morning, for some stupid reason, I decided to turn it in before filming this review, and I realized this in my history class, and I was like, oh well, whatever, we're just gonna have to deal with this. So I'm just gonna use this book, My Life Next Door, as The Boy Most Likely To, even though it's sad, but whatever, okay? But those two books are related because My Life Next Door takes place before The Boy Most Likely To. It's a companion novel, and I have a book talk on this book if you want to go check out more about this and what it's about, because I definitely think you need to read this book if you're going to read The Boy Most Likely To, because The Boy Most Likely To will not make sense if you have not read My Life Next Door, but you should read it anyway because it's so good and cute. It's one of my favorite books of 2017 because I had such a fun time reading it. It was a blast. But I finally read The Boy Most Likely To. I've been wanting to read this book for a while now because, you know, I love this, and then I found out there was a companion novel with Tim and Alice, two side characters from this book, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to know what happens. And so I read it, I finally finished it. It took me forever to read because I've kind of been in a reading slump and I just really never felt like reading it, but I finished it last night and I liked it. It was better than I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't great. I didn't love it. It's honestly not as good as this. Hands down, this book does not compare to this one. This one's fantastic, but I still liked it. A lot of interesting stuff happened that I'm still kind of mad about, but for the most part, it was a fun read. I loved being back with the Garrett family, so no regrets, but I definitely think it could have been a better book. So if you haven't read The Boy Most Likely To yet and you don't want to be spoiled, I would leave right now because I'm about to go into some spoilers. So bye now, spoiler people! Okay, so The Boy Most Likely To. It's so weird that I'm not actually holding the book, but whatever. I'm gonna deal with this. So there's obviously Tim and Alice. It's a dual point of view, which honestly didn't really like that much. I preferred Tim's point of view the whole entire time because I just like Tim better. No offense against Alice. I like Alice now. In the beginning she was kind of a pain to me because I've never really liked her in the first place. In this, I've never liked her, okay? I don't want to explain, but yeah, I was just kind of annoyed by her point of view in the beginning. I was like, this isn't really important. Let's just go back to Tim. By the end, okay, I liked her. I'm proud of her. She's come so far. She and Tim have come so far, and they're so much better now, I guess. They've learned from their mistakes and they're becoming better human beings, and I'm just like, you go. Especially Tim. I'm really proud how he stopped drinking alcohol, stopped smoking cigarettes, even though he started smoking at the end, and I was like, dude, what you doing? And then he almost drank scotch, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? You've come so far. Don't do this to yourself. But it's all good now. He's doing well, and I'm just like, boy, I'm so happy for him because I loved him. I think he's great. He was so much fun. He was definitely my favorite in this book, and I just really, really appreciated him because I do think he is super relatable. Not for me personally, but I just think for other people he can be relatable. And I found his storyline very interesting. It went into a direction I wasn't expecting, but my friend actually read this book before me, so I kind of got spoiled because I didn't realize she was reading it. So whatever, that was fine. But yeah, so Tim has a baby, which was so weird, but so interesting at the same time, honestly, because in books and movies and TV shows, 99% of the time you always hear or see the girl's point of view to the pregnancy. Most of the time with teen pregnancy specifically, you don't really hear much about the father, I guess you could say, in literature. There's one specific example I'm thinking of, but I don't really want to spoil anything. But even though in that book you do know the dad, you're hearing the girl's side of it. I don't know if this makes sense, but what I'm trying to say is I have never read a book before where the guy, the father, is telling his opinion on this child that he has with a teenage girl. Like, I've never read something like that before, and I found that interesting. And it was really hard to accept at the beginning, and I was like, this is so weird, because, like, oh my gosh, Hester was so annoying. I did not like her at all, and I knew something was up with her. I was just like, this girl is playing something. Like, this is just not normal. Like, why did she not say anything earlier? Like, it was just so out of the blue, and I was like, this is so random. And I knew. Anyway, Tim has a child, Calvin, which I hated that name. Honestly, I couldn't help but think of John Calvin, which I don't like him. But I like the nickname Cal. That was so cute. Cal is so precious. I loved the moments between him and Tim. I just thought it was just so cute, and at the end, I really wanted Tim to keep Cal. I was so happy when he was like, no, I don't want, like, to give this baby up for adoption. Like, this is my kid. I love him. And I was like, he's mature. Like, that was such a mature act of him. And I was just like, look how far he's come. But then it was all stuff about the paternity test. Oh my gosh, when Hester was like, you know, her grandpa, her super weird grandpa, did not like him either, but he was like, oh, you and Hester need to have a talk about, like, the parent issue. And Hester is just like, I'm pretty sure Cal is yours, I think. And I'm just like, are you what the heck? And Tim does a paternity test and finds out Cal's not his, and I was just so upset. I was so upset because I was just clinging on to Obi, like, please let it be Tim's. But no, it's that stupid Alex Robinson guy who, like, didn't even show up. Oh, so annoying. And I was like, Hester, no, there was something wrong with you. So annoying. But I'm glad that Cal is with people that Tim know, because it's that guy, Jake, him. I was happy that they finally have a kid. That's really nice. But at the same time, I'm just like, but, like, Tim and Cal are not going to spend every single day together. But whatever. Now moving on to Alice. Her story was interesting too. I feel like I learned a lot about her, and I really liked that she and Tim got together, even though they weren't my #1 concern. Like, yes, this is a love story, but honestly, I was worrying more about the Cal situation than the romance. And I almost thought they weren't going to get together because they were just arguing all the time. Like, one second they would be, like, flirting and then, like, making out, and then all of a sudden arguing. I'm like, what, how? But then they finally got together, and I was like, thank God. Like, that took 50 years, so I'm happy for them. Like, I really liked at the end when they're on the beach in the cold, and they're giving out, like, the Christmas gifts, and I was just like, it was just so calming, and I was like, this is just so nice. And I think the book ended on a really good note with Tim doing all that stuff, like visiting his dad and everything. Oh my gosh, his dad was so annoying too. Oh, hate him. But I'm just really proud of both of them. I do appreciate their journey, both, like, physically and mentally. It was just really well done. I really like Huntley Fitzpatrick's writing style because it's so simple and it's told in, like, a modern way, and I just really like that. So I liked it. I did, but it could have been better. It could have been shorter. Oh my gosh, this book was so dragged out. I never thought I was gonna finish it. So I definitely think some scenes could have been cut out, but that's just me. But I think that's all I have to say for this book. Overall, I liked it. It was fun. It was cute. And yeah, I think that's all I got for this book talk. So thank you all so much for watching this video. And I am Courtney, and I'll see you all next time with a new video soon. So I will see you then. So bye! Yo!